Hey guys, JP back, playing some more. Wow, I was about to say Super Mario 64, but we're not playing that. We're playing Banjo-Kazooie for the Xbox 360. As you can see, Clanker is down again, and because I died, I have to go through the whole process of raising Clanker all over again. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and cut to that point. Can I grab the two-dimensional bubble? Come on. No. Yes. Okay, good. Now we got some air. Let's go ahead and take advantage of it. Grab these notes real quick, because regardless of whether or not we raise Clanker or not, we're going to have to do that again if we die anyways. So we want to grab the notes first. If I can get a freaking good ankle? A freaking good angle, then that would be good. I might speed this up because this is a painful process. Okay, grab that. Grab one more bubble. Come on! Ah! So guys, you know how I mentioned that I didn't like Clanker's Cavern that much as a kid? This is the reason. This is the one solid reason of why I don't like Clanker's Cavern. Swimming is difficult. I need more air. And so something that should be really simple is super hard and complicated because the controls are zany, crazy, and slippery and stuff. We went ahead and re-rose Clanker. Cutscene is great. We've already seen it. Let's go ahead and move on, please. And the Jiggy reappears because I died, and so the Jiggy disappeared before I could grab it. I wonder if I grab... I'm pretty sure that won't be the case. If I grab the Jiggy, if he'll stay up. I don't think that's the case. So the way that Banjo-Kazooie levels were designed, like I kind of talked about and touched on previously, there was a lot of incentive, especially in the N64 version, to collect everything you could in one run of the level. And just keep playing until you get... oh, I'm gonna die again, guys. Grab a bubble. Okay, good. I survived. But because of these, like, the whole process of raising Clanker gets reset every time you either die or leave a level, you have a lot of investment in taking advantage of raising Clanker. Because if you keep having to do it over and over again, your odds of surviving will go down. You will die more often, just because of how frustrating it is to turn that key. We're gonna barely make it to the surface. That's good. I've had times where I've gotten really close to the surface, and I didn't make it. And we got pushed down by the fin. That's always fun. We want to get back up, please. Can I get on top of Clanker, please, instead of underneath? Here we go. Let's go ahead and grab that Jiggy real quick. I think that'll put us at Jiggy number 2 for this level. Guess I'll get the note. I don't know. It's gonna be a cutscene. Happy dance, eat the Jiggy. Now Clanker's gonna start complaining about his teeth. And that's kind of the cliche with a lot of collectathon platformers, is everyone has problems and you have to solve them. Wrong move. That's the right move, wrong time though. Clanker's complaining about his teeth, so we want to shoot them with eggs, because, you know, what makes more sense than to shoot teeth that hurt with eggs? Oh, that's actually kind of an easy way to get on top of him. I thought you couldn't do that, and then they decided to die for some reason. We don't want to do that. But that isn't the only tooth that we want to fix. We want to fix this one as well. Spam that egg button. There we go. And we'll enter. And we'll get a Jiggy. And we are inside Clanker. I went back outside just so I could collect the Jiggy. But we're going to go ahead and explore inside him now. We are already halfway through the notes that we need. But I've learned that it's usually not a good indicator of how far you've gone through the level. You can have all the notes and still be lacking a lot of Jiggies. And we want to avoid these little tentacle things inside Clanker. That's a little weird. And the interesting thing about Clanker is he's like mostly hollow. He's this big hollow, like he has no organs, which I guess I'm grateful for, because that'd be kind of gross if he did. It's kind of a gross area anyways, though, because you have these weird, like, pink slimy walls with metallic bones. It's just not very pleasant. I didn't really think about it as a kid, but now it just makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable being in here. And we only have one more of these hoops to jump through. And because, you know, when you swim through a bunch of hoops, that makes the water level go up. And why wouldn't that make sense? Let's go ahead and get this gold feather. And then grab this Jiggy here. I will say I do like the music a little bit more, other than like the awkward burping sound effects. I do like it better than the rest of the area. And here we have a pathway. I missed that note. I know I did. But I want to come down here and get this ginger real quick. I like how the music gets way more intense whenever you're underwater. Like, you're gonna drown. You're gonna die. I'm kind of sidetracked. I'm pretty sure I lost focus of what I was going to say beforehand, but I just thought that I'd point that out, that this area seems to get you tense about being underwater a lot. Because other than drowning, it's not that difficult to stay alive. Drowning is your primary obstacle. And if we go out that way, that'll just take us to one of the side, what was I going to say? One of the side, what are they called? Gills. Okay, sorry, I'm really struggling with my words here. But if you go out either of those ways, that will lead you out to Clanker's Gills. But we don't want to go that way now. We want to use what I believe is the only flight pad in this entire stage. Despite Treasure Trove Cove having a bunch of flying pads, there's only one here. It's kind of the interesting thing about, like, giving a player the chance to be able to fly in a game is they have to restrict it a whole lot. And they do that by using the flight pads in this game. But in other games it's also interesting. I've been watching someone else play through Spyro 2, and they have to get a special power-up in order to fly, even though you think that Spyro would be able to fly whenever he wanted to. But anyways, I guess I should focus back on this game. Bottles is telling us about gold feathers. This is the only move that I think the only move that requires you to have to use the right stick on the Xbox controller. I want to call it the C stick because I grew up with Nintendo systems and GameCube controller especially. It's the what do you call it? Like the second stick or something? Now, technically, we can get through here without getting hurt. It's pretty hard. I've only got hit twice, though, so that's not too bad. Yeah, not bad at all. We're going to go ahead and drop down here. Yeah, this is where we came from. There is a couple more things we can do in here, but we can't access it from where we currently are. We need to go to a different area. I do want a little bit more health, so if we can grab that before they fall down. Sometimes it's terrible and the honeycombs decide to drop off into that pit right there, and then they just don't become worth grabbing. But yeah, we just went through Clanker skills. I was about to call him Snacker, the other shark from the last level. We want to use this blowhole and ride it up. Come on, there we go. And we're gonna grab these notes and go for that Jiggy. Once you rise up Clanker and you survive getting back up, the rest of the stage is actually pretty easy. It's not that easy to die. But before that point, it is very easy. Alright, we have the witch switch right here, so we're going to go ahead and pound it. Did I grab the Jiggy? I can't remember. I think I might have forgotten to grab the Treasure Trove Cove witch Jiggy. Now these blades are a lot slower and there's a lot less of them, so we can make it through that pretty easily without using the Wonder Wing. Some people even call the Wonder Wing kind of a useless move, but I disagree. I think it's a very useful move. Mainly for handling a bunch of, like a big group of really tedious enemies, which we'll probably be seeing in the next couple ones. I guess the crabs that we fought near the end of the last episode would have been a good place to use it. And there's a couple other group enemies that we could have used it on as well in the future. That we can use it, excuse me. I don't understand why the Wonder Wing gets so much hate. I think it's a cool move. The music that plays while you go through it is really awesome. I want to slide down here. Yeah, just an extra life. So as you can see, most of this level, like I was talking about a little bit earlier, my thoughts are just everywhere, so I apologize. It might be a little bit hard to follow. But as I was trying to say earlier, once you get Clanker up, you can access a lot more of this. And before, we couldn't have gotten up here because Clanker's fin that we jumped on wouldn't have been high enough, and we wouldn't have been able to jump on top of it. But there is a honeycomb piece right there. We only need one more, and we'll find that in this stage. And our life will go up one more. I feel like it is somewhere where we can swim up. Maybe it's really close to that other one. I'm not sure. Oh, we could have gone another way as well. Okay. Yeah. So the one honeycomb piece, it's easy to remember that they're right next to each other. The one honeycomb piece is over there, and the other one is right here. Let's go ahead and go to it. These are more honeycomb pieces that aren't necessarily hard to get, they're just hard to find. So if you know where they are, I think it's here. I thought it was. You see Banjo's nose there. Okay, it is there. It was just a really awkward angle. And the camera is a little bit shaky, but we managed to grab it. So now we have more health. I don't know if our air bubbles... I was supposed to pay attention to that. I might just observe through editing whether or not we got extra health bubbles as well. I mean, like air bubbles as well. Or if it just remains the same as it was before. Alright, I think we should be able to get everything else we need in this episode. Everything else in this level done in this episode. So what we need to do left, we have a couple of tunnels that we need to go through. And some of them have notes, some of them have, like right here, Mumbo Token. One has a Jinjo, and I think one has a Jiggy. And I guess there is a little bit of challenge of drowning in this areas too, but as long as you're paranoid and you go up for air frequently and you know what you're doing, you'll be fine. So just make sure when you're going through this stage, just in case you happen to play this game, just to give yourself plenty of time to breathe. Of course, that one is the last Jinjo, and I could have drowned there, but I did just fine. So that one is a 2-entrance tunnel, and I just bumped into that. Now, we went through the green tunnel, which leads us to the mutant snippets. We still need to go up Clanker's tail so that we can grab another Jiggy back in that area. Let's go ahead and go through here, though. I think this is where the Jiggy is. I can't remember for sure, but I want to say it is. This is like a super long, windy tunnel. Just go as fast as you can, and you'll be fine. I know the angles are a little bit weird, but you just want to go as fast as possible so that you can make it out alive. Let's swim back up. Looks like we did just fine with air. And, so where that grate right there, that's where the Jiggy was. So we had to go through this long winding tunnel. I think that's all the tunnels we need to swim through. Let's go ahead and climb up here. Now, as you can see, there's 2 levels here. And I fell. Nice going. Go ahead and edit to that point. Come on, can I get up? Alright, let's not try falling this time. Like, you still move straight, but like the camera's all crazy. And Clanker just wags his tail. Now we have this grate covering this Jiggy. All you need to do is shoot eggs at it, and then it opens. Whereas, like, in Banjo-Kazooie, I believe, in order to open a grate like that, you need, like, grenade eggs or something crazy like that, which isn't in this game. But, wait, was that the last Jiggy? Yeah, they did the dance, right? Yeah, that was the last Jiggy. Wow. Sometimes I don't realize how quickly we end up getting all the Jiggies. It just kind of sneaks up on me. Let's go ahead and take out this guy. And we are missing 2 notes. That is very comforting. Not really. I'm gonna have to find where the last 2 are. I guess not. I thought I already done this. I just get a little bit confused. Okay, so that puts us at 99, and I fell. Fortunately, that was a lot faster than finding the last couple Treasure Trove Cove notes. There's our last note, and that leads us to an extra life. I thought it led us to a Jiggy, but it doesn't. But that is the end of Clanker's Cavern. We've gotten all the Jiggies, all the notes, and all of the honeycomb pieces. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy it, please make sure to show that with a like. And if you want to see more Banjo-Kazooie and other content I create, please make sure to subscribe. And I'll go ahead and end off. Bye!